Cohlton Schultz, very accomplished age-level wrestler, has made 6 age-level world teams, was a cadet world champ, won both a bronze and a silver medal at the Junior World Championships, and he's one of our brightest prospects in Greco-Roman.
And this is a rematch of the World Team Trials Challenge Tournament Final, which was a pin by Schultz. Got him in the Final X opposite Adam Kuhn. Adam Kuhn, of course, the literal and metaphorical giant looming over this weight class that both these guys are going to have to try to topple to make an Olympic team this year.
You saw Jacob Mitchell go with that 2-on-1 where he kind of pulls the arm out, gets a lot of pressure down on the elbow. He used that a lot this weekend and used it kind of as his primary position at the Bill Farrell as well. And now Schultz with the 2-on-1 of his own. He's elevating that. You know, Mitchell, bigger, maybe a little stronger wrestler, but Schultz just so skilled.
And Mitchell with probably the greatest Greco heavyweight of all time in this corner in Jeremy Byers.
At least from the United States.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jamel Byers made world team after world team.
Coach Coach Herb House not happy with the way that one's being officiated.
Yeah, you know, Jacob Mitchell in a lot of his matches gets warned for being overly physical, or a lot of the international refs will say brutality.
But yesterday he was more so upset with Erickson, the way Erickson was wrestling him. So, you know.
Now passivity against Mitchell. He'll go underneath. Seems visibly frustrated with that call, but going to have to try to defend Cohlton Schultz's parterre game, which is easier said than done.
Well, it's hard, you know, because it's obviously frustrating getting put down first, getting, you know, that opportunity for the other guy to get a big lead on you. But at the same time, if you can stop his parterre game, theoretically in most matches they're going to give the other guy, put him down, and you're going to have the lead on criteria. Coming out front now,
Schultz comes out front. And he's got this tight now. Steps over to the side. Mitchell does a nice job defending. White paddled, and now Mitchell trying to get around behind, capitalize on the position, and this would be huge.
They offered a caution two on a leg foul, which was white paddled. They're giving this a long time to play out.
Can't get Schultz out of that quad pod, and you alluded to that earlier, that people don't very often just attack that wrist, try to bump that out. Didn't see Mitchell try to lift from there either.
Impressive strength there from Schultz, kind of nearly hitting the splits.
So, you know, not the worst result for Schultz there, who was in the quad pod for a long time. Also, probably a great result for Mitchell, who avoided giving up any points from parterre.
And it's such a high risk, high reward thing, you know, when you go out to that front head position, because, I mean, I've seen it so many times with Robbie Smith, where I've seen him pop guys' heads off, and I've also seen him kind of give up position and put himself in a hole.
Yeah, that's a great point. Time going to run out in this first period, and these guys will head to the break. And Schultz with the 1-0 lead. Mitchell, though, probably feeling pretty good. Dremel Byers in his corner. Not only one of the greatest American Greco heavyweights of all time, but also just a great wrestling personality, man. That guy knew his way around an interview and brought a lot of people into the sport of Greco-Roman wrestling when he was making teams for the U.S. Byers also won a medal or two, was a bronze medalist in his day, was integral in that 2007 Greco-Roman team title.
2002 world champ, the second to last one before Joe Warren, who competed here, competed at the Farrell, still going. Joe Warren, 43 years old, still after it. Meanwhile, Cohlton Schultz, maybe 19.
Yeah, true freshman now at Arizona State. It's great to get to see them investing in his Greco-Roman skills. You see one of his ASU coaches, Chris Pendleton, kind of standing behind the corner, but happy to let Schultz's Greco coaches take over.
How about that heavyweight room? You got a lot of bodies to work with. I know, obviously, Schultz doing Greco, the other guy's doing freestyle, but you got Mike Kasoy, Garrett Ryan, Tanner Hall, all in that room, along with Schultz, and then Pendleton, who's, you know, over 200 himself.
Yeah.
Maybe right at about 200. So a lot of upper bodies to work with, upper weight bodies to work with. Excuse me.
If Schultz doesn't score here soon, I expect they may put him down. We'll see. Don't usually go passive on the same guy twice, but they're offering another passivity on Mitchell, and that's what's going to happen. Another point for Schultz, and Mitchell going to go back down, try to defend Parterre again. We'll see if Schultz comes out in front again this time. Didn't pay off for him last time, and he may try a more traditional gut wrench or lift here.
Mitchell, a two-time national team member, trying to break through here.
If he can avoid giving up points from Parterre again, he'll have an opportunity to get one takedown for the win.
Is he gonna do something?
Back to our feet. Another Parterre position where Mitchell avoided getting turned. See if he picks up his offense. He got some good motion using that 2-on-1 early in the first period, and seems like the position that might make the most sense to go back to. We'll see. He knows better than I do.
Mitchell, your U.S. Open champ back in April, trying to take senior nationals title, but haven't seen a whole lot of chinks in the Schultz armor from the feet. There was that moment earlier in the match when he got into the quad pod, but Schultz able to hold off there.
Now Schultz has good head position, just kind of buried in Mitchell's neck. It's a tough position for Mitchell to score from, and also makes it look like Schultz the more offensive wrestler. Mitchell now trying to pull Schultz's head down. Just over 20 seconds to go. Mitchell going to try to find something here. Mitchell working to get that head down into a head pinch, but Schultz doing such a good job controlling the wrist. Mitchell with a little extracurriculars right after the whistle. And a clearly frustrated Jacob Mitchell, but it's Cohlton Schultz, 2-0. He's your senior nationals champ and qualified for the Olympic trials. Other wrestlers qualified at this weight class: Toby Erickson, Wes Cathcart, Donnie Longendijk, and they're all going to be there at State College for the Olympic trials.
Now Schultz, I know for a fact, has a cowboy hat. This one, it's the Final X hat didn't fit on his head. The cowboy hat doesn't fit on his head.